full support to transform this sector. To further spur the traditional fishing competition in Arugungu and promote fishing eco-tourism, I hereby direct the Federal Minister of Agriculture to provide henceforth annual financial support for the Agric's Festival. Nigeria's oil palm story is changing and changing rapidly. We are providing 9 million sprouted nuts of high-yielding oil palm seedlings for farmers all across the southeast, southwest, south-south, and the north-central parts of our country. Over 45 billion naira in private sector investment in new oil palm plantations are ongoing as we are talking today. We expect 70,000 hectares of new plantations to allow Nigeria to become self-sufficient in palm oil production by 2016. God willing, by 2016, we will no longer import anything that has to do with palm oil. I'm excited that today, Okomu, Presco, PZ Wilma, and medium-sized oil palm estate operators, such as Sulbahi, are taking the lead in revamping our vast oil palm plantations. We will continue to support the revamping of our oil palm industry and support the private sector to build new refineries to process crude palm oil produced in Nigeria. The future of the agriculture sector will depend on creating opportunities for our young people. That is why I launched the Youth Employment in Agriculture program, what we call YIP, to develop a new generation of 750,000 young commercial farmers and agribusiness leaders for Nigeria. At this point, I must sincerely thank the Nigerian youth who have keyed into this program and promise them that government will not disappoint them. We are also cashing our youth early to change their mindset on agriculture through the schools in agriculture program. And I saw our young children who are in secondary school as I walked in. They are being trained to be the next set of millionaires and billionaires. We are making agriculture more attractive. That is why I approved the provision of 50 billion naira to support the establishment of 1,200 agricultural equipment hiring enterprises across the country. Our goal is to take the hoes and cutlasses into the museum, as Minister Adeshina will always say, and replace them with the tractors and mechanized equipment. I am very pleased that Nollywood, our young men and women who have been making this country proud, have now seen that they will partner with us in this sector. I urge our film producers, actors and actresses to help project the positive image of agriculture as a business. That way, our youth will see agriculture as profitable and dignifying. And I have to thank you because some of you were here with us and you spoke, and that is the way to go. We must make people know that in America, the farmers are the richest people. Why should farmers in Nigeria be poor? Nigerian farmers must be millionaires and billionaires. I salute the private sector agribusiness leaders who are working to boost agro-processing and value addition to all the produce in the agricultural sector. We must add value to everything we produce and create wealth all across the agricultural value chain. That is the commitment of this administration. I celebrate the efforts of the financial institutions, from banks to microfinance institutions, that have now begun to lend more to farmers and agribusinesses. Our development partners have seen the turnaround in the agricultural sector and are actively supporting the sector. Over 900 billion naira, equivalent of $5 billion of private investment, have come into the sector in the last 3 years. I must commend the Minister of Agriculture and the Minister of State Agriculture, the Coordinating Minister of the Economy and Minister of Finance, and the Governor of Central Bank for encouraging this aspect of our transformation to make sure that soft loans are available to farmers. Great farmers of Nigeria, today is your day to be celebrated. Thank you for feeding Nigeria. Thank you for feeding us. Food prices have been stable in spite of the challenges the country has, and inflation is declining due to your great efforts in producing more food. If you've not been working hard, producing more food, probably by now people have been rioting that the cost of gari has gone up, cost of yam has gone up, cost of beans have gone up. But because you've been working very hard, we have to celebrate you today. You are proud. You can do even more and turn Nigeria into a net exporter of food. That is our target. That is why government is rapidly expanding irrigation facilities all across the country, because we believe that, especially for the cereals, that you can crop 3 times a year. If you can you can crop one based on rain-fed, we should be able to crop other 2 times based on irrigation. That's why we're working hard, Minister of Water Resources, partnering with Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development to make sure that that becomes a reality in this country. And that's why for the first time ever, the federal government launched the National Dry Season Farming Program in 2012. These have changed the fortunes of our farmers, especially across the northern states of Nigeria. Farmers now produce food all year round. Not only is food produced, but we are also processing. Food production is rising rapidly. Thousands of jobs are being created for our young people. Agriculture is now the lifeline for Nigeria. As crude oil prices decline, we must create new wealth from the richness of our soil, the vastness of our rivers, and the abundance of our cheap labor. We will produce more, and we will industrialize the agricultural sector. That is our total commitment. Let me commend the Minister of Agriculture and his team for their hard work, creativity, innovations, and business-like approach, which have totally changed the face of agriculture in Nigeria. I am proud of you all. Our farmers are proud of you, and the nation is proud of you. One area that we can say we are doing very well is the agriculture. Starting from the secondary school through the young graduates and our old adult farmers. The banks are keen, CBN is controlling, finance is supporting. We will surely get to where we want to go as a nation. Great farmers of Nigeria, you can rely on me as the farmers' president. And even in my campaigns, I mentioned that in Benue State only yesterday, that Nigerians should reach out to you, the practical farmers. And if you are not happy with government, they should not even vote for me. We are totally committed to improving the life of our farmers. To further boost your efforts to produce more food for our nation, I am pleased to announce here today the release of 126 billion naira towards the 2015 dry season farming program. I'm here today as your president. With your support, I hope to be here next year as your president, and then I will do even more for you, for our farmers, and for our dear country. I thank you all.
Thank you, great Nigerian farmers. Yesterday, His Excellency the President has made the declaration, and as a boast in agriculture, it is a boost for all Nigerian farmers. His Excellency has said it, and the celebrity industry, Stephanie Ni Okereke, Mrs. Linus, is saying it.
Of course, we want to assure Mr. President, I mean, the perception on agriculture has changed tremendously, and we in the entertainment industry will continue to support, to help to change the perception, to let young people know that there is nothing wrong to...
All right, so is agriculture working?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Truly, agriculture is working.
Nollywood is working.
The agriculture minister is working, and definitely the president is also.
Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, who said he is delighted to receive all the farmers from the 36 states of the Federation here in Abuja on a day like this. President Jonathan announced that Nigeria will no longer